I've been sweating like, oh. I really need to go get some more. She ate it? Really? I brought you do not understand. I said not yet. Did I tell you about the email? I just blew it, I won. I lost that big. That's why I was I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. Oh, that's He captured the ball. He did. You know, so he I barely did it Saturday. I'm telling you, wait till Sunday. Oh, yeah. Surprise right here. What? That's Joe said. Yeah, in that regard, it's like Yeah, I hear you say.
Who's running? What are the orders? You can't figure it out on that.
We don't appreciate you guys being here. You got my number.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2024 NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Selection Show. Around the corner. We'll head to Fort Wayne again this season.
Hey, Mom.
National semifinals on March 14th, the championship 2 days later. Division III Men's. And who gets there depends largely on how teams can survive the challenge of this 64-team bracket. It is a difficult spot to earn any sport. 42 teams already in the automatic qualifiers. That leaves just 22 spots for at-large selection. If you are watching right now, you already know how hard this season has been just to get here and be considered. And nobody tracks that challenge much better than our friend, the Dean of D3 Hoops, Dave McHugh from D3Hoops.com and the Hoopsville podcast. Dave, only fitting, D3 men's basketball kicks off basketball and brackets with March coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I can't believe we're already here, Will. It feels like just yesterday we got this season started. It has been fast-paced, it has been exciting, it has been up and it has been down. Lots of surprises this season. It has been a lot of fun as we get more and more parity in this division. And really, honestly, as much as we may have some favorites in this bracket, it's anybody's to win.
I'm just here to unveil, you're here to provide some of the analysis, but I know the most important thing for all the fans watching is to just see those teams on the lines. So let's get into it right now because I know there's a lot of nervous waits. Some are going to be rewarded, some aren't coming up here. First and second round games are coming up this weekend, March 1st and the 2nd. We will unveil 8 teams at a time, and then Dave will provide some analysis for us. We'll dive right into the bracket. Top left for those who are riding along at home. Our first host is Hampton-Sydney, second consecutive season of the Tigers. Finished 14-2 in conference play. The Tigers enjoying their finest season in 21 years when the program was 24-1 through 25 games back in 2002-2003. The win total is the most under fifth-year head coach Caleb Kimbrough, and the 14 conference wins equal that of last season also under Coach Kimbrough. Solid run all the way to the ODAC title, their 11th championship in program history. They opened with LaRoche, top seed in the Allegheny Mountain Conference Tournament, ran to the title 80-69 over Penn State Barron. Stevens will be there as well. Absolute thriller in the MAC Freedom title game. The Stevens went the final 2 minutes and 15 seconds without scoring, but held off previously unbeaten DeSales in conference play to win the championship and return to the tournament. Well, they will face Farmingdale State, which rounds out this first four, 15-1 in the Skyline during the regular season, marking the best record in program history. In last year's NCAA championship, the Rams fell to the eventual champion Christian Newport, 61-60 in the first round. Nearly won, had a shot that hit the front of the rim at the buzzer. Moving on, we find Rowan next. The Profs led the NJAC in scoring, and at just under 90 per game, ranked third in the nation entering the games this past weekend. The scoring couldn't keep up in the conference semifinals, but the 1996 national champions have the firepower to score with anybody in this tournament. All right, breathe easy. First at-large that maybe was sweating it out. Carnegie Mellon snags an at-large berth in this matchup. Most wins since 2008-9 season for the Tartans, where sophomore Justin Allen just broke the single-season program record for points. This team can really shoot. They had won 17 straight this year with making 50% or better from the field. Both those teams play on the home court of Catholic. The Cardinals own the glass and control the ball en route to the landmark conference title, winning by 22 in the title game. One of only 9 teams in the nation to turn it over less than 10 times per game. The 2001 champions return to the tournament for the first time since 2016. And they host Worcester State in the first round, making it back-to-back NCAA tournaments for the first time in program history, thanks to a thrilling win in the Mascot Championship. It took overtime against Bridgewater State when Sam Davies was the hero twice. Sank the game-tying 3 in the final seconds of regulation and had the game-winning layup with a second remaining in overtime to win the berth. So, a couple of bubble nervous teams here, Dave, are in a couple of really fun championships also this past weekend, leading these first 8.
Yeah, Hampton City's being treated as the top team pretty much in the tournament by being put in this upper half. They were the #1 team in our top 16s 10 days ago. Nothing's changed there. Caleb Kimbrough's squad is one of the best in the nation. They're the top ranked team as well. So read into that how you want to. LaRoche Stevens, as you mentioned, got in there just kind of barely holding on in the last couple of seconds to 2 missed free throws. But Farmingdale State should not be overlooked. They are a very good team who can play very good basketball. Rowan kind of slipped here. They lost a couple games late in the season. Otherwise, they should be hosting. And this is a tough matchup against Carnegie Mellon, who, by the way, yes, as you point out, this is a little bit of a bubble conversation here. This tells some people where maybe others have been picked. And hats off to Catholic. One of the best teams they've had in a long time. Probably one of the deepest teams. Worcester State's going to have a challenge here.
All right, sliding on, next 8 to unveil, and it starts with St. Thomas of Texas on our next page, snagging an at-large berth to dance for a second straight season where they will battle Claremont Mudd Scripps, the SCIAC champs, returning for the first time since 2018. They both head west to Cal Lutheran, who will play host in this one. Back-to-back trips to the tournament for the first time since the 1990s. And a date with Whitworth in the opener, which held serve in the Northwest Conference for the 15th berth in program history. Nebraska Wesleyan checks in next, top seed in the American Rivers Championship, lost in the finals, but earned an at-large berth here. Carter Glenn leads the defense that paced the conference in steals and takeaways this season. Centenary did not have to worry about a berth. The program tournament wasn't enough to prevent a 12th NCAA berth. The Tigers featuring 4 players on their roster that earned all conference honors this season, including Christian Green, who was the freshman of the year and a first-team all-conference performer. And it'll be a battle for state bragging rights. They face Texas Dallas in the opener, earning an 8th berth in this tournament and the first since 2020, Dave.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. To be honest with you, we could spend a whole half hour talking about that upper left section. St. Thomas, a team they're moving out of Texas here. That tells you a lot about where the committee thought with a possible 3 SCAC teams in this tournament. Against Claremont Mudd Scripps, a team that they're certainly familiar with. These 2 teams faced off earlier this season, and Claremont Mudd Scripps won by 5. Claremont, Cal Lutheran, didn't really get it all taken care of, but hey, they're still good enough to host. They are a very good team, and Whitworth is a sneaky good team. That's a fascinating pod in Southern California, and they get a pod in Southern California. I think that's more important. Nebraska Wesleyan, a team to watch out for, reemerged on the national landscape. Centenary, this is that team we debated with St. Thomas. Who gets pulled out of the pod? Well, Centenary stays there. Trinity, Texas, darn good team, but St. Thomas has beaten them twice this year. And Texas Dallas, last year of eligibility Division III, they're into the NCAA tournament and looking to make waves.
No doubt about it, we're a quarter way through the bracket. We go to another powerful group to unveil. It starts with our host here. Spent most of the season ranked at or near the top of their region, thanks to the Scots offense in the MAC conference. Roger Williams will try and slow down that offense.
right.